Good morning. Thanks for joining me at Coffee with Corey. I want to share 3 homeowner tips for you as we come into the cold weather here in the Midwest. And unfortunately, I've learned the hard way on all 3 of these. So believe me when I tell you to do these things. Number 1 is clean your gutters. If you live in a neighborhood where there's a lot of mature trees, you might have to clean your gutters 2 or 3 times this fall. But you know, the quickest way to get water in your basement if we get some fall rain is to have your gutters be clogged. Water starts running right over the edge of those eaves and right down into your basement. So clean your gutters. Number 2 is take off your exterior hoses. Disconnect those from the hose bibs. I'll never forget, first house I ever owned. I woke up in the middle of the night one winter and I'm thinking, gosh, I don't remember leaving a faucet on. Well, I went downstairs and sure enough, there was water all over in the original Tavern 88, the first house I ever owned. I had a little bar room in there. Mom and Dad made the bar top for me. It was a special room in that house as well, and it was full of water. And yep, it was because I forgot to take my hose off. So yeah, we got that cleaned up, got it taken care of, but trust me, you don't have to deal with that. Number 3 is change your furnace filter. That is one of the number 1 reasons why furnaces quit in the wintertime, is because the furnace filter is dirty. And again, many years ago, I went over to check on a rental house because the tenant hadn't paid. And when I went and I knocked on the door was unlocked because they had moved out, and the furnace was off. The water in the toilet bowl, I'll never forget this. The water in the toilet bowl was a skating rink. It was froze solid, and so obviously the furnace had been off for a bit, and it was really cold that winter too. But as I came to find out, the reason that the furnace quit was because the furnace filter had not been changed. So definitely make sure you take care of that this winter and stay on top of it, because you don't want to have those instances where your furnace is out when the weather gets cold. So those are 3 homeowner tips for you. As I often do, I want to share a little personal story. This week, the world lost a few icons in Matthew Perry from the sitcom Friends was his biggest claim to fame, and Bob Knight, basketball coach, college basketball coach. And I was listening this morning, actually, to some DJs talking about that on the radio, and how do you want to be remembered? And you know, because they were talking about legacies and everything, and it reminded me of a day, I think it was probably about 2 or 3 years ago. And it was over a span of a couple days. It was right after I'd started doing a lot of TV advertising and stuff again, and I ran into this person at the gym and had seen him a few different times, and finally they come up to me and they go, "Are you the guy that I see on TV all the time?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, I am," and you know, so we chatted a little bit, and you know, anytime that happens, it makes me proud that my advertising is actually getting seen periodically. But the best part of that story is the very next day I'm coming to the gym, and I pull up, I get out of my car. These 2 young guys are coming out of the gym, and I see them talking to each other, and they look over at me, and I said hello, and one kid goes, "Hey," and I hear the other young man says to him, he goes, "Who was that?" And the guy goes, "That was Pierce's dad." And it made me chuckle, because at that point in time, Pierce and I were going to the gym quite a bit, and together, and you know, those 2 guys didn't have any idea or care about who Corey Davis, the guy that advertises, might be. I was Pierce's dad, and I think at the end of the day, when all is said and done, if I can be remembered as a good dad and a good grandpa, good husband and a good friend, that's the name of the game. So that's how I'd like to be remembered, and it's That's what I wanted to leave you with this morning. So once again, thanks for joining me in Coffee with Corey, and I hope to see you again next week.